will see anywhere in the world right now. We have Avinash Sable in this group. He's the Indian national record holder. And he's run 8:11. We have the American record holder in here, and Evan Jager has done some amazing things at the Portland Track Festival. He holds one of the greatest races ever achieved at this meet, in the hearts of many, running 3:32.97 for the 1500, holding the meet record. And here we go, they're off. Bernard Keter in this race. He is your defending champion. He's run 8:22.97 here last year. He's won this race twice. He's come in second once to Mason Fairlick in that great race in 2021 here in the Electric Forest. The record is held by Stanley Kabeni, 8:18.55. And in this race, athletes will be thinking in particular about that 8:15 flat Olympic standard. And in second position down the backstretch, that is your defending national champion, Kenneth Rooks, who has run 8:15.08 this year. And doing that, he closed hard in 2 flat for the final 800 meters. So he's as strong as they come. And the man, the myth, the legend, Evan Jager, in second position of the Bowerman Track Club, or in third position, excuse me. He's run 8 flat for this distance, and he holds a silver medal from the Olympics in this race.
At TrackFest this year, we had some epic battles betwixt the beautiful pink singlets of Nike and the always electric Bowerman red and whites. So we'll see if we get something similar again this evening between Rooks and Jager sitting in second and third.
That's Dan Mikulski up front setting the pace for Kenneth Rooks and Evan Jager. And Avinash Sable, the Indian athlete. Franklin Tanui in this race as well. Anthony Rotich is sitting in that 5th position. He's an 8:13 man. He ran that last year in Monaco. The Portland of Europe is what they call it. And a rough barrier, but everybody stays on their feet. John Gay in this race of Canada too. He's run 8:16, and he's always a staple at the Portland Track Festival. Never won this meet before, but he always is a tough racer. Mikulski still at the front, and it looks like Rooks is chopping at the bit. Rooks on the outside shoulder, Jager on the inside. Jager running outside of 8:30 this year, so in search of that 8:30 time as well to make it to the trials. But Sable to the front now, the 8:11 national record holder from India, also the 5,000 meter national record holder from India. The Indian national team has done a lot of training in Colorado this year and have come out to LA to race some meets. And they've made their way to Portland here, so we'll see a few more of them in the races taking place later this evening. But that's Sable over the barriers first, and then Rooks. And Keter inching himself into position up next to Mikulski. And now Keter gets into third place. And he knows what it's like to win here in the Electric Forest. He's done it twice before. He's the defending champion, 8:22. And it's Sable at the front, though, at this point. Sable and Rooks, two extremely tough competitors here. Keter, can the king of the forest remain with his crown tonight? We will see.
Also in that lead pack, towards the back, is a fan favorite, the pace pirate, Craig Nowak. Craig looking for his Olympic trials qualifying time tonight as well. having only run 8:35 this year. Again, trying to get under that 8:30 standard.
Nowak, also a resident of our fair city here in Portland. And Sable stretching the field now. Sable and Rooks and Keter. And here we go. Sable, Rooks, Keter, Anthony Rotich up there. So all of these men have run well under 8:20 at the front of this race. And we'll see what they can do here tonight. Remember the meet record, 8:18.55, the Olympic standard, 8:15 flat. And the entire field content with leaving Sable at the front to drive the pace at this point in time. And we'll see what Rooks has in store over these last few laps because of what he was able to do at TrackFest. And Sable moves out to the outside and lets Rooks go in front. So that's Brett Gardner, too, who has worked himself into 5th place behind Anthony Rotich. And the first 4 men now are Rooks, Sable, Keter, and Rotich as they go into 2 laps remaining. 6:09, 6:08 on the clock. So we know that Rooks can close very hard. And Sable is now in 2nd place trying to keep in touch. Rooks looking over his shoulder down the back stretch. And as we said, there are only a few men who aren't here this evening who will be competing in the Olympic trials later this month in Eugene. But this race right now is between the American out front and the Indian national record holder in 2nd place. Both donning the Nike kit, the hometown company. Rooks down the straightaway, glancing over his shoulder, and Sable is still there. He is not out of the picture yet. And Rooks can't say that he has this one safely because we're inside a lap to go. There's the bell. Rooks charging around the bend now. Giving another look inside. And Sable is coming on with a full head of steam, but Rooks puts his head down. The BYU alum, NCAA champion last year as well, down the back stretch. Coming up to 200 meters to go. Kenneth Rooks approaching the final barrier now. And he's over it clean, as is Sable, who hurdled the whole thing. And Rooks now onto the home stretch, powering home. 8:06 on the clock. What's it gonna be? He ducks his head down, looks up, drives the arms, and he'll get to the tape first tonight, and it looks like 8:18 on the clock, 8:18.77. Sable with an 8:21.85, Rotich 8:24, and the man, Evan Jager, comes in 4th, 8:25.77. He will be in Eugene this year, ladies and gentlemen. Another race, another chapter for his storied career.
Evan Jager is like the Tiger Woods of the steeplechase. You will never count him out on Championship Sunday. Jager rounding into form nicely with a great step forward there. That 8:25. Congratulations, Evan Jager.
But Rooks takes the win tonight, and he is your champion here.